to the A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey y'all, welcome back to the A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. It's your girl Nell.
And this your girl Nay. What's up? What's up?
What up? What up? Anywho, what happened to you this week?
Joe had his week checkup this week. So he had surgery last week on his eye, and he had his week checkup this week, and everything is going great. He can see much better out of his eye, but it's a little blurry right now, but throughout the weeks it should get better, and he has a checkup in a month. So hopefully within a month his vision is back to 20/20 in both eyes.
Hopefully that's good. What happened to me? We had a snowstorm this week here Monday in New York. And when I think of a snowstorm, because I'm from Florida, I think of just a hurricane with snow, right? Trees blowing, knocking houses down, stuff like that. I'm thinking of a disaster.
Like a blizzard.
Yeah. And all this was snow. I could have went to work on Monday and Tuesday. And
the kids could have went to school?
Yeah. But the thing is, it did snow literally for like 10 hours straight. It wouldn't stop.
That's crazy.
I took 5 naps, woke up, it was still snowing. And I'm like, wow.
And then, your naps be long.
My naps be at least an hour and a half. Yes, they do. And then, so Wednesday, I did finally go out and went to work, went into the office, and it was so much snow everywhere. It's still so much snow. And this was from Monday. It's literally going to take a good week and a half or 2 weeks for it to all melt and stuff. Because it's not going nowhere. And it's high. It's high.
I know what high means. Anyway, y'all don't have like neighborhood people to shovel the snow like that boy did on that video was shoveling the snow?
It's not neighborhood people, but yes, we have city workers that shove it from the sidewalks onto the grass, but they can't make it melt. So also, they can only make pathways.
But remember on Home Alone, that guy who they thought had murdered his whole family was putting salt on the snow. Don't that make it melt faster? Well,
yeah, but it ain't going to
throw some salt. Is it regular salt with the lady with the umbrella on the thing?
It's not regular salt. And yes, some store workers, like outside of their store for it, they put the salt down, but it doesn't it's still high. It's going to be another week and a half because it's supposed to snow tomorrow again. So it's going to build up more. And I'm like, I guess it was a snowstorm. I ain't see no trees down, no wind blowing, and no people blowing it, circling in the air like a tornado.
Twisted?
It was just snow. Yeah, it was just snow. Anywho, next week is our trip to Denver. Are you excited?
Yay! Yes, I am. So it's going to be a lot of snow there too, but it's like a cabin trip.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to have cabin fever.
That was a good movie. I think I'm not excited yet. I get excited when I get there. I don't get excited for stuff until I get there. I'm excited to take pictures because I know the atmosphere and everything is going to be pretty. I'm going to have some good Instagram pictures.
Yeah, we're going to have some good IG pictures. I actually have to start packing because I have to do it through the week and just throw stuff in the suitcase. Because I don't want to wait till last minute. Joe literally probably will pack 30 minutes before we have to go to the airport.
That's crazy.
And then I have to pack for the kids to go to their sitter.
Yeah, I'm planning on packing either today or tomorrow. Probably today. But anyway, what are you drinking on? Because I got my drink here. It's one of the wines that Gabrielle gave me. It's Sauvignon Blanc. And I have this much left, so I didn't need to pour it in a cup. So that's why I'm drinking out the bottle. So you're going to be
drinking straight? Okay, straight from the bottle. I am drinking Corona today, actually. The Super Bowl is tomorrow, so we went and bought some Corona packs and mics so we can take to the Super Bowl party. So I'm drinking. I stole one of the Coronas.
I can't believe y'all having a Super Bowl party without me, but whatever.
But you can always fly out.
And then have to quarantine and then can't go to Denver.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Anywho, what are we discussing today? All right, this episode was all about my boy, LeBron James, King James. Okay. So I don't know if you heard about the lawsuit last year, but I heard rumblings of it and I didn't understand it. And then this past week he settled the lawsuit. So what it was last year he posted a picture on Facebook of him dunking. I guess it was a nice picture of him dunking. And the photographer sued him or brought a lawsuit against him for copyright infringement, saying he was using the picture to make money. And LeBron was like, I'm not using this picture to make money. The guy was like, I didn't give him permission to post it, and he didn't attribute me like with the photo cred. He didn't tag me
you gotta
or whatever.
give the photo cred when it's due.
But I'm
with
like,
the little camera emoji.
Whatever. I'm like, so LeBron ended up taking the picture down, but he argued that he wasn't trying to make money for the post. But the photographer, which name is Stephen Mitchell, that sounds very official. The photographer said he claimed other pictures on LeBron James' page was for making money. So how could they decipher which one or whatever? So LeBron James countersued, okay? He countersued and said the man Mitchell was trying to promote his agency by illegally using a picture of LeBron James on his website. So LeBron James countersued for $1 million. And I'm like, dang, LeBron, the man was only looking for 150,000, and you had to do $1 million. You don't need $1 million.
The principal and the principalities. Told you about that a couple weeks ago.
So he settled this week. Nobody knows how much he settled for, but the reason he settled is the funny part to me. Because LeBron was send his lawyer in for him, because obviously it's during the NBA season. He got stuff to do and people to see. Okay. So the lawyer told the judge that LeBron can't appear in court because it would be an imposition for him. Meaning it's not important, and it's going to
works.
Yes, he has a job. So of course the judge got upset, and this is what the judge said, because I have to read his quote because it's hilarious to me, because he wasn't happy about it at all. Okay, he said, well, I object to your statement that it is an imposition on his time. He brought these counterclaims and he has to prepare to litigate them. This is a settlement conference, a common feature of litigation. So it's hard for me to accept. It would be perhaps one thing if he were a defendant, because I can understand that celebrities sometimes get people suing them. And I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but they sometimes get people suing them to harass them or to be in the same Zoom video call with them or whatever. But Mr. James has brought counterclaims, and he has the obligation to litigate those claims in court. Like, he need to be here, okay?
You need to be here.
So since LeBron James couldn't be there, he told his lawyer to just settle. I just want to know what he settled for. I need to know what money was being exchanged. Okay. And I'm assuming he just gave the photographer some money. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah. So like you said, I don't think he was being a snob about it. I just think he had more important things to do. Like, I don't even honestly know why I'm on the fence with this one. Because number one, I honestly don't know why he would have even taken the time to countersue him. But again, it might be about the principles and the principalities. But also, this was a picture of himself, correct?
Dunking.
So he cannot take he can't post a picture of himself just because a professional photographer took it. Did it at least have, you know how photographers put their logo at the bottom or their signature? Did it at least have that in there?
No, I think it was. I don't know. I never saw the picture, but I think you saw it.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see it. So I think it was that's crazy, because it's like me. I'm walking down the street and a random freelance photographer take a picture of me, and then I see it on their website, and then I post it because I think it's pretty. So I post it on my Instagram. They can sue me. That's not fair.
Yeah, because it is. That's why I'm on the fence, though, because it is their job. No, okay, that's how they eat. That's how they eat. So
I don't care about how they eat. You know, the paparazzi and celebrities have brought suits against paparazzi for them taking pictures of their kids, and they not bringing LeBron James down. This is a whole system. They bringing the whole system down. Okay, they bringing the whole system down. It's bigger than LeBron.
Are you done?
I'm done with my Nino Brown from
Okay.
Jet City.
But yeah, no. So I guess so. Like I said, I'm on the fence because on one hand, this is how this guy eat and feed his family, and unless he can eat and feed his family every day at LeBron James' house, he need to make his money.
No,
Okay, he
no,
need to make his money. But then on the other hand, it's like I can't post a picture of myself. It's crazy. So I'm on the fence.
I'm not on the fence.
But it's kind of like, so he settled, and I think he just wanted to make a point, but then he settled. So it kind of reminded me of when the NBA boycotted for a few days and then came back to play. It's like, what was that?
What was it
So
for?
are
What was
you
it all
all
for?
in or you halfway in? What is it? You playing double dutch? I don't get it.
Oh my God.
And so I think LeBron James probably paid more in lawyer fees than what the guy was even asking for in the beginning.
The guy probably is on retainer with LeBron James, so he probably get a yearly salary whether he have 8 lawsuits or 80 lawsuits. Okay, it's probably the same amount, and that's just crazy because that's like to me that reminds me of a peeping tom. Like, so somebody can just look at you, take a picture of you, and put it on their website and make money off of you. At least give me something on the back end. Give me something on the back end.
Back there. Okay.
So,
But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm on both sides with that one. So,
and my
but
thing,
he settled, so it's over.
yeah,
Pretty
but
sure.
my thing is LeBron obviously is worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. And he did say he wanted to be a billionaire by the time he died. But why did the photographer only sue him for 150? I'd have been suing him for 150 million, not thousand. You can't live off $150,000.
Especially not in New York. But
I don't know if he's
but yeah, no, I get it from both sides. But yeah, I feel like LeBron
there are good people on both sides. That's what you feel like?
Yeah, it is. But I feel like this was a crazy lawsuit in the beginning, but for LeBron to countersuit was even crazier because it's like the law is the law. It's copy infringement. It is what it is. Take it down.
He took
And
it
then
down,
give
but
the man the money and let that be that. Y'all wasted people time. People
oh my
work.
God.
People work in these systems at the city, and y'all wasting people time. These are taxpayers' money that we paying for frivolous lawsuits. Give that man his money and take that picture down.
That's not fair that you can take a picture of me and you can make money off of it, but I can't. That's stupid. They need to change that law. I need to look into that. We need to contact Kim Kardashian. Ain't she a lawyer now?
Oh my God.
All right. Moving along. This recent story, this is so funny because this is about Paul George versus the Laker organization. So Jared Dudley, who is he plays for the Lakers. I forgot what position, whatever, it don't matter. He just came out with a new book. It's 42 pages long. So Shannon Sharp called it a book of essays or
that's what it is because it ain't no novel. It's not a novel. It's probably a picture book.
Somebody said. Somebody said it was just his oh my God, I forgot what they said, but it was hilarious because it's only 42 pages. But yeah, whatever. The book is called Inside the NBA Bubble, a championship season under quarantine, right? So my boy Jared, that I don't know, he remember the whole thing with Dame Lillard, and he missed a free throw, and then Patrick Beverly was and they were picking on him, and then Paul George kind of got into it or whatever.
Yeah,
so in the book, and then the family members got into it, which was what I was there for. Dame Lillard's sister is my spirit animal, okay? So yeah, so they got into it, and then everybody was surprised that Paul George got into it because that's not his MO. So this guy Jared Dudley was like, we know Patrick Beverly that's what he do. He's known to be a trash talker. That's how he feed his family. And he was like, if it was Kawhi could even say something because Kawhi won a championship. But for it to be PG, what? So he said we hear some of those guys talking about they're the team to beat in LA. They the team to beat or whatever. We just think it's disrespectful for Paul George, who hasn't won, to put himself on the level of LeBron James and AD. This motivated us, okay? So what you think about that? Oh, and Paul George did comment back. I have to tell you what he commented, but what do you think about the first thing Jared said in the book? And the thing is, this happened months and months ago, but the book just came out, so they like rehashing old wounds.
They opening the old wounds. I think so. Remember when back in the day when Lil Wayne came out with that Best Rapper Alive song, and then people were jumping on him because they was like Jay-Z or whoever, and then he was like, "No, you're supposed to think you are the best at whatever you do." So, and first of all, I don't even think Paul was specifically comparing himself to LeBron and AD. But of course, I'm not gonna say, yeah, I play on a basketball team in LA, but I'm the second best team in LA. Who would say that? That's stupid. And so,
but when Jacque say he the best R&B
but
singer or whatever,
but he's not, because he can't sing that good. He ain't that great. He can't do them high notes like Maxwell and Brian McKnight. When he could do that, then maybe.
Whatever.
But okay, if he want to think that he can, just don't say it out loud. But anyway, so yeah, so you supposed to think you the best at what you do, so you compare yourself to the best. And so I guess he was trying to do the comparison.
No,
he was
it didn't
trying.
Work. It didn't get a ring, because that's the first thing people say about LeBron and MJ. Get those rings, or Tom Brady and whoever, Aaron Rodgers, get them rings, and then you can talk. Okay?
Exactly.
And then, but the thing is, but yeah, it's just out of character. But the thing is, in his quote, he kept saying we think it's disrespectful, okay? And Shannon Sharp, I was watching Undisputed, and they pointed out the we, because they said we encompass LeBron James and AD, because they not gonna go out and say it, because they don't start no trouble. Correct. In the media, LeBron not gonna say PG an idiot and I'm better than him in the media, but somebody else will, okay? Somebody else will go and say this to them in the media, because he don't care. Jared Dudley didn't got nothing to live for.
Oh my God.
I'll go out there and say it, LeBron. I'll say it. And anyway, so Paul George, and I watched his interview because they asked him about this, and he was like, dudes love throwing my name and stuff. God bless him. God bless Jared Dudley. And then it was like, and then he was like, next question. And then my first thought is when somebody's in a disagreement or argument with somebody else and they say, God bless you. Yeah. They don't want God to bless you.
No, they mean the total opposite.
They want them to unbless you. Like, take away his cars, take away his houses, take away his jewelry, take away all that. They want him to unbless you, okay?
Yeah, so that part, the God bless you part, is that bless him, the God bless him part, that's equivalent to him saying it's above me now. Like it's out of my head. So that's what that is. But yeah, no, I'm backing it up a little bit. So yeah, like I said, you're supposed to compare yourself to the best if you think you're the best. I mean, had it been me, I'd have compared myself to Dame, but that's just me. That's neither here nor there.
It's neither here nor there.
And so what is he supposed to, like, because this guy got upset that he supposedly compared himself to LeBron and AD. So what is he supposed to compare himself to? Somebody that's on the level of Jonathan Motley?
I don't know who that is, but yes.
Exactly, because he's in the D League. Don't nobody know who that is. So why would he compare himself to him? He in the D League. But I wrote a list of 3 comparisons that this is kind of equivalent to. Okay. So this is similar to comparing Michelle to Beyonce.
Oh my God. The singers, Michelle.
Yeah. Jennifer Anderson and Angelina Jolie.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do it. Because
Jennifer doesn't have an Oscar. She don't have an Oscar. And Michelle don't have a Grammy. She does, but under Destiny Child, but not as herself, so that don't count.
Okay.
And my last one, the Franchise Boys to Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Those are the same comparisons as Paul George to LeBron James.
Okay. So no more, he can't do it. He can't do it.
He can't do it.
So yes, I'm on Jared Dudley's side, and Paul George. Once you win the ring, then you can start talking and trash talking. We don't care about Patrick Beverly because he in the back. He a backseat driver. Okay, he in the backseat. We ain't nobody's worried about Patrick. Okay, and Kawhi ain't gonna say
but
nothing.
I like him,
so he can say something. You like Patrick Beverly because he a trash talker?
Yeah, he trash talker. He remind me of my boy that blew in your boy ear.
Oh,
Stevenson,
something like that.
Lance Stevenson. I think it was.
God, LeBron has so much patience because we would have been fighting.
But he's not a fighter.
I know he's not.
He's the kind of person like he is. He's the kind of person like that. What Michelle said, when they go low, we go high.
No, I'm dropping it to the floor.
I'm dropping it to the floor too. Yeah.
Okay. It's now time for the flashback moment of the week. This one, I heard about this too. And this was sad because I just saw the video last night and I was like, this is crazy. And okay, it's the Sterling Brown situation and he sued Milwaukee, but he settled. So that's why this is flashback moment, because another NBA player settled a lawsuit. So did you hear the story before? I heard of it, but I'd never researched it until recently. So he was arrested by the police and a taser was used to subdue him during a conversation over a parking lot violation in 2018. Okay. Sterling says it was excessive force used because he was Black. And in 2019, he rejected a settlement of $400,000 from the city because it didn't include an admission of guilt. An admission of wrongdoing. So the settlement that he just recently did was $750,000 from the city, and they gotta admit to wrongdoing, which was great. I'm glad he's a holdout. He held out for that. But I watched the tape last night like 2 times, and I was so mad at the fact because this was just a parking lot violation. Give me a ticket so I can go home. And then be in the video when the cop was like, he's waiting for other cops to come, and Sterling was like, "What for? For what?" Like, you knew that they was going to bring it to another level that it didn't have to be at that point, because all that man had to do was write him a ticket and let him go home.
And also when I think 3 more trooper cars came or whatever, the cop was like, "Oh, I only needed one. Oh,
but I didn't hear that part.
It's too late now. That's why you don't do that. Literally, you gonna need what you need backup for a traffic ticket for. I didn't understand why he just didn't give him the ticket and keep it moving. Exactly. What are you calling backup for?
And he was asking him what he was going in, and he kept saying he was in and out. And then at the end of the video, the officer was like, I was trying to ask him to see if it was like a medical emergency, like if he was running in to get some medicine or something. But then he started being a butthole or whatever. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Literally, he could have just if he wanted to just get it done with, he could have put a ticket on his car and left and didn't even have to have a face-to-face confrontation with him.
Yeah, but I think he saw that he was number 1 Black and he was tall. So
and he probably said that over the radio, African American, I'm having trouble, somebody come. That's what he probably said. And also it probably was a fancy car. You know, they don't like that.
It was I think it was a Mercedes. Yeah, I think it was a Mercedes.
And he did have an attitude, but it was only because it was so unnecessary. Like that whole situation would have been avoided.
It could have been because he could have just gave him the ticket. When he asked him, okay, so he came out the store and the guy, I don't know what the cops initially said to him. And then he was like, "What's the issue?" And the cop was like, "What's the issue? You parked in he parked horizontal in 3 different parking spots." Yeah. And so the cop didn't even have to give him a warning. He could have just been like, he didn't have to give him a ticket. He could have just gave him a warning and said, don't do it no more. And kept it moving. But then he started asking him unnecessary questions and stuff like just give me the ticket.
Back up or something like that. And he was like, "What I am?" And then the taser part, because that hurt me the most. On the ground. And that hurt me the most because you heard him scream out in pain. And I'm like, oh my God, that because he wouldn't take his hands out of his pocket. He was like, "I got something in my hand. It was so unnecessary, the whole thing. And you know who his brother is, right? Your boy.
Brown.
Look at his last name.
Brown. Is he a basketball player?
Yes, he
Shannon
is.
Brown?
Yeah. That's his older brother.
The light-skinned one that married Monica?
That's his older brother.
That sucks. I didn't know they were
that don't
related.
You mean that suck? That
I mean, yeah, sorry.
The situation sucks, but you didn't know that was it. Yeah, that's his brother. But I'm happy he got that $750. I don't know what he gonna do, but he might give it to charity. But it's the point that it was not necessary for them to do that.
And then and he didn't even get charged with it. Literally got charged with nothing. So that was a whole waste of time. Taxpayers' money again. People time that could time is something you can't get back. So please don't waste mine, because I can't get that back. And he had a game the next day, and at the game at warm up, when he was warming up shooting the ball, you can see marks on his face
from the ground. And they interview him and stuff.
They interview him afterwards. I think he just was like, he can't talk about it, the case right now, I guess. But yeah,
I know he was on Good Morning America and stuff talking about it. But yeah, that was unnecessary. I'm happy that the guy didn't take off his camera, because he was like, the camera is on, by the way. And Sterling was like, okay, like, why you telling me that? I'm not doing nothing wrong. You should be mad that the camera on. That's what he should say. Anyway, time for the rant of the week, because I got something to say. Okay.
Oh God. I'm not here for it.
I had a struggle between this person I picked and Brett Favre, because Brett Favre said some little off the cuff comments too, some hypocritical comments too. Okay. But I picked courtside Karen. Okay. Since this whole thing is about LeBron, I picked courtside Karen. Okay. By now, you all know who courtside Karen is. Okay.
We do.
And it's crazy because that night, my friend, because she know I like LeBron, she sent me the video of the girl going live, and I'm like, what is going on? What's going on? And then so all I heard, she just talking about her husband don't like LeBron and stuff. And I was like, first of all, your LeBron don't know your husband exists. Okay.
No.
He doesn't know your husband exists. And then she was going on about another video. She was like, and people keep saying I'm a gold digger. This don't got nothing about you being a gold digger. You must be a gold digger. They just want you to sit out while LeBron is doing his job. Don't go heckle somebody at their job. You're not going to go to the bank and heckle a teller or heckle a banker. Like, why would you talk about she was standing up for your husband? What your husband was doing? Because he stayed there. Your husband probably finished watching the game. Okay,
what?
Stop trying to get some more IG followers, and because your husband, I didn't see him at all in the thing. I don't know if he left, but if I was him, I would have stayed there and watched the game and he said, "Hey, take the Mercedes home. I'm about to watch this game." Okay.
So her husband, because I think she said she was 25. So her husband, would she look way older?
She posted her passport because people didn't believe that she was only 25. Girl,
because
stop
she
doing
looked
plastic
so much
surgery.
older.
You too young.
And so her husband might be 65. That's probably why he didn't get kicked out of the game. He probably was in the wheelchair and couldn't move fast enough. Anyway, but yeah, people was probably in her comments calling her that, or people probably call her that all the time. So that's probably why she said that. But she don't know what
apology.
She don't know what it's what it's like to work, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't work.
Yeah, she probably was a waitress.
That's why she went to somebody else's job and acted a fool, a stone cold fool. Because she don't know. She don't know that you don't do that.
You can't do that. That's an HR violation.
Yes, like you need to go that way.
Exit stage left. That. And I'm like, just because you got money, I mean, your husband got money, because you ain't got nothing. Just because your husband got money don't mean you could talk reckless and talk like you want to with anybody. So I came up with a solution.
Oh my God.
Because it was an Atlanta Hawks game. Okay. And I've been saying that the Real Housewives franchise needed one person from a different race on each franchise. So I think the diversity hire of RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they need to hire her as a diversity hire so she could get red for fifth, because they would read her up and down. Okay, she'll get ran out the city.
But read.
Okay, she would get ran out the city just like him, because you can't hang with them. Okay,
you can't hang with them. No, and no, them little reads they do on Orange County is nothing.
Okay. And I'm just mad because from this whole thing, she got her little 15 minutes of fame. She probably got 1,000 more Instagram followers, and that's like rewarding bad behavior, and I don't like that. So hopefully we don't hear about her again. But I'm pretty sure she gonna be on somebody's reality show soon.
I want to know how did it start? I mean, because I know people say stuff at games, but is it that serious for it to go that far? Because
I think maybe her husband was trash talking like they do,
which is normal.
which is normal. And since the stadium is like almost empty, he probably heard everything the husband was saying. So he probably was saying something back to the husband, and she jumped in. Why she jumped in, I don't know, but
Isn't
because he
this
could
like,
defend himself.
didn't this happen before though with LeBron? Didn't LeBron like get into it with like black girls though one time?
I don't know. Everybody be coming after him. They be trying to take him out his character. And this is the first time that I actually saw him kind of mad. And she said he called her a B. He did not call, from the sources that I've had, because she was like, he said, sit your ass down, B. That's what she said. He said, but from my sources, I think I heard he said, why you got your mask down in this bitch? Like, why you got your mask down? Like, we don't need your droplets coming over here because you got COVID. Okay.
He did used to be turned.
He said, why you got supposedly he said, why you got your mask down?
Who are your sources?
I have sources.
Okay, well, I don't know. I think he might have.
I don't think he caught that. Nate, even though how much you hate LeBron James,
I don't hate.
Yeah, or how much you don't like LeBron James, he
no,
don't
it's
talk
not.
like
can
that.
you stop wording it like that? Because I didn't say I hate him or don't like him. I said I wasn't a fan.
Well, even though if you're not a fan of LeBron James, he don't talk like that.
I don't know that.
Okay,
because I don't know him.
Done. Are we ready for the highlight of the week? Because you are
moving along. Move right along.
Time for the highlight of the week. It's a good one. Brianna or Brianna, I don't know how she pronounce her name. She's the first African-American woman to become a NASCAR pit crew member. She's a Norfolk State alum. And when she was in school, she was actually encouraged to go meet with the recruiters from NASCAR Drive for Diversity Pit Group Development Program and try out for the position. So somebody encouraged her to try out. She was the only girl that showed up. And she was one of 10 selected from around the country into the program. So now she is, I think this was like 2 years ago. I don't know. I'm just highlighting it now. So now she is NASCAR's first pit crew member. And her quote from her was, whenever I think about giving up, I just keep going that much harder. I hope I can give motivation to others out there who look like me to step forward. So that's amazing because I never even thought about it, being a pit crew member.
Yeah, remember when we were saying how Michael Jordan owns a NASCAR or whatever, or bought one, and that might bring other like black people to watch NASCAR? And I said the only exciting part is when they have to change the tire in the pit. The pit crew is the MVP, so she's a part of that. That's the only exciting part of watching NASCAR.
So that's really good, Brianna. Because I went on her Instagram yesterday. She got some cute NASCAR pictures and stuff, and she like her job. But yeah, imagine you going to school for whatever, and somebody encouraged you to try for something, and then you just fall in love with it. So your life is completely different, and it's amazing, and you made history at the same time.
So that's a two for a double
women. So kudos to Brianna Daniels, and that is the highlight of the week. Nate, what is going on with your business?
All right, same old on IG HCMGMT Consulting. That's HCMGMT Consulting, and we provide HR services for small businesses at affordable prices. And actually, we just partnered with an HRIS company, which I'm going to be announcing this week. We just partnered with them, so I will be offering those services also. So get with us if you need HR help with your small businesses, because I know a lot of y'all small businesses out there are not compliant with
God.
the rules and regulations of the law. There's a law. You can be fined. Your fines can close down businesses. Can
Yes,
your
they can.
small business right now afford $100,000 fine? I don't think so. So y'all better call me. Better call me.
Anyway, yes. Okay, so yes, get with her business on Instagram, and on the over the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, we're going to be announcing some new things that we're doing with the podcast. So stay tuned and follow us on Instagram, and we will see y'all, or not see y'all. We will talk to y'all next week. Hope everybody have a great week, and we will have good content from Denver, like pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Also, the Super Bowl is tomorrow. So say
Yes.
your pick now.
Chiefs.
Because it's going to air afterwards, but I'm going for Tampa Bay. I got to go with my boy Brady on this one.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I hope it be high scoring.
Me too.
However,
And I
had
hope it comes down to like the last minute or two, because that means it
gosh.
was an exciting game. So
I hope
that's
it's
what
high scoring. I hope I see a couple of interceptions and maybe one pick six. And
okay.
I need Kelsey to do his thing because that's my boy. Okay.
I need Brady to do his thing and show everybody why he the GOAT. Because he the GOAT. I think this going to be his 10th time. You know how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl, and for him to get there 10 times, that's crazy. Moving
You
right
done?
along.
Thank you. Okay. Here we will talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at the Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.